Alright, so let's make a start. We'll bring in our image for our laptop keyboard into Rhino, and we're going to do that simply by following these instructions. So I'm going to jump into the top view. The first thing to note with the top view is that I want to resize the grid, and I'm going to resize the grid by typing in the command line. I'll just type in grid, hit enter, and I'm going to change my grid extents to 400 millimeters, which means that it's greater than the size of the actual width of the or the length of the keyboard. Alright, so I've done that. Next thing that I want to do is find the image that I'm going to basically place as my background image to trace over. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to just create a rectangular box in here for a moment. So let me do that. I'll just press escape there. I'm just going to draw a box, and my box that I'm going to draw is going to be 358 millimeters, and it's going to be 246 millimeters. So that's the basic dimensions of the laptop, as you've probably seen already in the Google Slides. All right, so I've basically done that. That's basically going to define my area where my laptop is going to be built. I now want to bring in the image of the keyboard that I can trace over. So to do that, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my window, I'm going to come down, and I want to find this one that says background bitmap, and then I'm going to go and place the background bitmap. Now from here, it'll take me a moment here, and I need to find that image. You'll have downloaded your image, but it's called keyboard reference, and I'm just going to click open. And now what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to define the first corner. So I'm basically going to define the first corner as being there, and the top corner as being there. And now if I zoom in, you'll actually see that I have the keyboard. Now, this is really useful because it now means that I can start to trace over stuff. For example, I can, if I was to go down, change my layer to the red layer, I can zoom in on this key here, and I might do a rounded rectangle. Where are we? There we go, rounded rectangle. And I'm going to start maybe about there. Kind of just pull out to about there, and I can kind of see, I'm thinking it's about 2 millimeters there for the radius. Now actually you can see there I've gone a little bit over, so let me have another crack at doing that. We'll do another rounded rectangle. This time I'm going to start there, close enough, yeah, it's down to about there, and again about 2 millimeters, and there I've got it. And the good thing about these buttons is that they're predominantly the same size, with the exception of some of the tabs and space buttons. But I could just copy that one, drag that one across into place, and as long as I've got my grid snap turned on, it's pretty good. So that's pretty much how you're going to be doing this part of it. You're going to be basically creating your geometry, create your rounded sort of rectangle for the shapes here, and yeah, it should be golden on that. Alright, I'll leave that one up to you to get cracking on that, and hopefully you'll be fine.